Oh, hey there, and welcome to the Ope-Eh Three-Way Pro Wrestling Podcast. On this hour, episode 76, I'm Brandon, as I've always been, as I'll probably ever be. Joined here, as always, by my good buddy, making sure I got this orientated correctly. Yeah, it's Pierce, right on my left side, I think.
Follow us or be cursed.
Yes.
And that's a spoiler. But I'm doing okay. I am doing, man. Oh my God, am I tired?
I hear it.
My busiest week of work, 2 weeks of work outside of the wrestling space, but we're here. I'm going to be talking wrestling.
It's midterms.
Especially after, last week we talked about it. It was a pretty awful episode of Raw.
Yeah.
And this week it was the exact opposite. It was fucking great.
Kind of. Yeah, there was a lot of action. There's a lot of controversy, if you will. We're kind of paving this road to WrestleMania a little bit more. A little fewer potholes, but the city could do a little bit of extra work just to gussy it up just a smidge.
There's some potholes because Saturday was Elimination Chamber, and
were
filled, and then some got made even bigger.
But we had a lot to live up to from last year. No, we're not. No, we sure to hell ain't. I'm very excited about this one because this gentleman here is a good buddy of mine. He is a pro wrestling fanatic. You should see the guy. He's got this jacket. It's got like all the belts on him. The man is just laid out in gold, going to meet and greets, going traveling the country, checking out all the cool sights and sounds of pro wrestling. He's from right here. He's from the Cream City, MKE. My good buddy. Long time no see, but he's here with us today. We're going to see him right there. That's the guy. Pete.
Welcome.
What's up, bro?
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining, man. I'm excited to have you.
Yeah. I was like, this is my first time on a podcast. I'm like, and when Brandon told me, I'm like, what better than a wrestling podcast?
Yeah, you are our first non-podcast guest, so it's big for us too. Most of the other guests we've had have been from other podcasts or do wrestling related social media, so we're happy to have you, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's just a bunch of us guys here just, maxing and relaxing, shooting the shit about wrestling, having a beer or two, couple to a tree.
Yeah, I think I'm missing out. I should have grabbed a cold one for this.
Sure. Well, hey, there's still time, bud,
Okay.
Because, we got a lot of stuff we got to go over today. If you want to take that camera with you, hit the fridge, get yourself a brewski. But, Pete, you and I, we go a bit back. I only found out you like wrestling maybe a bit ago, and then I see your socials, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's just everywhere. He's seen everybody.
Yeah.
You went to Potawatomi and spent it with Dave Hero and Kevin Nash, I saw, so.
Yeah, and that was so last minute. One of my buddies got tickets for it, and he literally told me the night before. He's like, "Hey, you want to go?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like, watch it on the big screen, free food, and kick it with Diesel. Like,
yeah, big sexy.
Yeah.
Too bad I won Raquel, but Kevin Nash is a good consolidation. I feel like.
Nash is my favorite wrestler of the '90s, so.
Yeah, it was just an adjustment, given they're in Saudi time, so watching it during the early time like that. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember last year. Was it when they were in Australia, when the show was super early?
Yeah, Crown Jewel was at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, I remember.
That was something.
Yeah, I remember watching that. I'm like, damn, this is way different. Watching a pay-per-view this early, but hey. At least I'll know the results early, and they can't spoil it from you online.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. So, like Brandon said, Elimination Chamber was this past Saturday, and a big episode of Raw on Monday, and then we will get into our first quarter of the first round of the best WrestleManias, Pandemonium. Pandemania? Is that it? Pandemania?
Pandemania. Sans the shitty AI pandas that I put on the promo.
No AI slop here. And Donnie agrees. Happy belated birthday, Don. I told you yesterday.
Yes.
But happy belated birthday. We love you, buddy.
Yeah. Miss you. Hope we see you soon. Yeah, you got your own road you're on too there, Don. Road to wrestle marriage. Hopefully more marriage and less wrestle. But
wrestle marriage, yeah.
Mm.
But I got a quick pivot because we got to quickly talk about past, and quickly because I only got two things that I want to talk about today.
You think you know me?
On this day, 2013, Raw held Old School Raw. Mae Young would make her final on-screen appearance on that show before she would pass away. And in the main event, CM Punk would win a fatal four-way match to earn the right to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania, which is a fucking stupid way to face The Undertaker, because the whole point of the streak is like, I'm going to challenge you and try and break it. Instead, why don't you earn the right to? And I think when Punk was talking about it at StarCast, like 2, he mentioned that the guy who was interviewing mentioned that the lead writer of Raw was fired like 2 months later. So there you go. Also in that match were the Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. 2 of those 4 men already tried to beat the streak. So what are we doing?
I think.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't it after when Punk was coming off being champ and he was a Paul Heyman guy?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that goes down as one of Taker's best matches from WrestleMania.
It's in the top. It's in the top 5. Honestly, could be in the top 3.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely thought that was some of Punk's best character work. And he's had, that's saying a lot too. I mean, him and Heyman combined in that after Bearer, unfortunately passed away, and then you get Heyman. But then I feel like we mentioned this too, is like Bearer is definitely one of them old school dudes. He was part of BSK. He was part of
Legendary Ribber.
Yeah, he was just taking the piss at every opportunity he could, man. And I feel like the manner in which Paul Heyman, of course, too, of all people, renowned for his personality and his quirks, right? I feel like it was just really serendipitous. Like you couldn't have really made that happen any other way to the effect that it did. But it definitely added to the match. I mean, Punk Taker would have been something besides, but like they took it to a different level with all the stuff.
Sorry for your loss of your undefeated streak at WrestleMania. What a fucking line.
Yeah. Yeah, Punk and his lines, man. We'll talk about that in a bit too, but
yes.
And
in 2019, King Kong Bundy would pass away at the age of 62. Rest in peace, King Kong Bundy. Hopefully, he gets enshrined in the WWE Hall of Fame sometime soon. Very unique presence at the time, and he's one of the only WrestleMania Hall of Famers that's not in the Hall, that's not an active wrestler. So,
yeah, I mean, if it works for Demolition, right? I mean,
yes.
Maybe a spoiler alert there, but
do Axe and Smash, way overdue,
supremely overdue.
Yeah,
I mean, we know why they didn't get in, right? Like, but Vince McMahon. It had to have happened at some point. Well, yeah, that's the V word around here. So, if you ever have an issue in life, Pete, if there's ever any inconvenience you suffer, if there's ever any massive tragedy, something falls out of the sky, just destroys your house, just know one thing on this podcast: you always blame Vince.
Yeah,
always.
Exactly. And I was just watching that video of him too from that car accident. I'm like, what the heck? Driving like 100, 110.
Oh, I couldn't even see in front of me, and I don't know what happened. It's like, dude, you're just
everything was just a blur.
Like he's like, oh, I'm going to my granddaughter's birthday. Like,
not gonna end. Right? Yeah, got somewhere to be.
That's enough about that piece of shit. We're going to talk about something that I would not call a piece of shit, but I would call good, okay to good. I think it's Elimination Chamber happened this Saturday, or this last Saturday. Pete, you were in Chicago on Friday, and you went to some meet and greets, correct?
Correct. Yeah, took off work Friday. Once I heard Stephanie Vaquer was there. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that, but for Stephanie, yeah, I got to do it for La Primera.
Got to make room in your schedule.
Yeah, yeah, and I was trying to do because she had the earlier meet and greet, and then I was trying to do Penta, but Penta sold
Mm.
out, so I got yeah, so I got Joe Hendry instead.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good consolation.
Yeah, and then they resold Penta. They put more openings for Penta, but then he sold out again real quick. Yeah, and he was coming from the
That's crazy.
cricket. Yeah, from like another part of Chicago to come to where the meet and greet was. But once I got there, the lines was just going down the street. But it
Damn.
went pretty quick. I got to
Yeah.
give him that. But the photo was super quick. I was just once I saw Stephanie, I was just in awe, and the next thing I knew, the picture was over with.
there you go.
Yeah. That's how that works. Yeah.
I'm like,
Just
oh
waiting, and then it's click, go.
yeah, yeah,
Especially with the WWE meet and greets, you kind of get herded like cattle. But
yeah.
Yeah. It ain't WrestleCon, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I've been wanting to go to a WrestleCon.
It's a good time.
it's a great experience. It's a lot more personal. You get to talk with the talent. You get to have good conversations, and just it's fun. And then you can get a little more personal. Which, speaking about that, I don't know if you guys saw that pom pom girl controversy with Ope-Eh.
Oh yeah.
I want to say this, like, I understand you paid for a picture and you want it to be one way or another. Talent are not obligated to do shit, and the picture she got with Oba is very, very nice. He's got a big old smile and is happy to be there. He's not obligated to do fucking anything with you. He could have just deadpanned the camera and that would have been it.
Yep.
Well, don't be entitled.
And
Yep.
Oba was another one that sold out too. Because I was debating, like, do I want to go back? But I was already too tired from Friday as it was. That I just wanted
Yeah.
to watch the chamber. So, but yeah, I know he
Yeah.
sold out too.
I can believe it.
Yeah. He's a hot commodity right now.
Absolutely.
Arula.
Still technically not signed. So
the graphic on. I mean, he had a graphic on SmackDown too. I don't know what I'm saying, but the graphic on Raw looked a lot better. I'll say that. Crossing my fingers for showing up on the red brand or planting himself on the red brand.
he would fit better, but
Yes.
as we said, Elimination Chamber was in Chicago. I was very close to going, but those ticket prices did not even go down on the day of. So I decided no. And in the first match, in an Elimination Chamber match, Rhea Ripley would defeat Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez to become the number one contender to Jade Cargill's WWE Women's Championship for WrestleMania 42. We'll get into Rhea and Jade at the end because that seems like there might be a little bit of shoots going on.
Yeah.
But in order of eliminations, number one, Alexa Bliss, the one woman I picked to win, was eliminated first, and then Kiana James, Asuka, Raquel, and finally Tiffany. I thought this was very fun. One thing I did not like was they said it was 5 minutes for the pods. It was 5 minutes for the first pod, and then it was like a minute and a half after that. Like, it was quick.
Yeah, they pushed fast forward on that thing big time.
And if you're going to do the Elimination Chamber, just do the Elimination Chamber. You don't need to speed it up, especially because this was a 4-match card, and the chambers did not go longer than 25 minutes.
No.
And as for the match, I thought it was good. Kiana looked very good in her spots. Raquel looked like a fucking world beater.
Yep.
I mean, Asuka and Kiana were eliminated at the same time. They got stacked up. It was awesome. And Tiffany looked great too. And then Rhea, I think since she lost her tag titles, we talked about this last week, Brandon. Since they lost the tag titles to Lash and Nia, congratulations to them. Deserving win for them, and very, very good spot for Lash because she pinned Rhea Ripley clean. I think this is 100% the right choice. You got to go with the biggest match at Mania, and Rhea and Jade is going to print fucking money. What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah, no, I mean, kind of sketches to how fast it went, right? I was a little surprised at Alexa getting eliminated first. Kind of like, I didn't think she was going to necessarily win the entire thing, but I definitely thought she was going to be at least like final 3. Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised. I mean, I'm a Raquel mark, right? So just seeing just a little bit of that extra endorsement, just letting her do the Roman stack right? On an up and coming star in Kiana James, someone who the WWE is clearly very, very high on, right? I mean, where no one's talking about Julia in this whole thing, right? I'm just going to use this as kind of a comparison. When you look at Julia and you look at, Kiana James and their relative hype coming onto the main roster and them being paired together is weird, right? And then now Kiana James within the last couple of months has, really shown out. And I mean, they put her in a position where she could have easily, she did continue to make impression. Her getting pinned along with Asuka, who is obviously a very, very established face within the women's division in WWE, by Raquel Rodriguez, shows a lot of good faith, continued good faith on Raquel's part. I'm still a little miffed that we didn't get our little alternate universe of the lead up to WrestleMania 21, where it's Batista and Triple H.
It's not the same.
With Liv playing the role of the game.
Not the same at all.
It's a little the same.
No, it's not.
She could have powerbombed Liv through a table Monday night. And it would have been great.
But Liv would have to be the world champion. Her turning on Liv on Monday because both of them.
I guess that wouldn't have made sense.
Shots would make no fucking sense. I don't mean to rain on your parade.
We'll push it out to Backlash.
I'm raining a little bit.
Yeah.
Pete, what'd you think?
I liked the match. I was bummed that Alexa got eliminated so quick. I thought she'd at least make it a little further ahead. And again, with the whole 4-match era that the PLEs are doing, I'm like, I wish they'd go back to having more matches with the time frame, especially if they're gonna have the match not be as long like the Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea, I did see her winning after losing the titles. But secretly, I was pulling for Raquel because I feel like the crowd's been getting for her lately. So to see, after WrestleMania, two women from the Judgment Day leaving as champs, I was kind of excited for that. But I knew Mommy was going to be on top.
Yeah,
that is what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is the money match, right? I mean, with Bianca out for however long. We were speculating Bianca Jade would have been the go-to on the card this year.
Yeah.
But I mean, who's to say when Bianca gets back, right? So if she can get back, right, who's to say?
Even if it's just a finger injury, it seems like it's fucking bad. And
it's not great.
Barely being able to bend her finger right now, but we hope you get well soon, Bianca. As for the match going into WrestleMania 42, apparently there was some shooting online, and Jade is arguably not popular backstage. I think I don't want to fucking go into it too much, but like it's the same thing that happened last year, like almost exactly with Tiffany and Charlotte, except it's not being shown on TV. It's just all online right now. So let's hope that they can clean it up before Mania. If they can't, and Jade, I don't know who the real, perpetrator for this is. If it's Jade, then they'll probably take the title off her, but I don't know. I just, if it's all a work, great, but it also seems kind of fucking stupid. But if it's not a work, it's really, really fucking bad.
One thing I'll say is that when Chelsea Green starts getting involved, then I don't think it's a work because he's always been outspoken when it came to treatment of others. So once Chelsea was speaking, I'm like, okay.
She's not involved in this storyline at all.
Yeah.
More to the point, right? I mean, when we're talking about like backstage dynamics and stuff like that, and I want to say it's been mentioned before that Jade has kind of rubbed some people the wrong way. Like she gets a little shooty in her own shit too, right? Like she kind of crosses, and you can argue that that's good for business, right? Because I mean, Jade has always been one of those, and we've seen this since AEW, where she just knows how to push buttons. She just like lights shit up like few other women can really. And that's part of her draw, aside from the fact that she's a fucking Amazon. Right. That being said, I feel like we can say that for Mania predictions too, but I will say this: Rhea and Jade, I feel at this point in time was definitely the right move to make.
It's a money
and then
match.
yeah, it's all you can really say about it. Same thing with Punk Roman. Some people had their, me included, kind of had their stances
No,
on
was
it,
the right
but
choice. It was 1,000% the right choice, but we'll
what
get
it
into
is.
that in a little bit.
Yeah.
In the next match, AJ Lee would defeat Becky Lynch by submission to become the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. About 15 minutes. I thought this match was very good. It was a little sloppy in some places, but I've been on the proponent that AJ Lee is still fucking good. A lot of people dragging her online, which I don't see the fucking point in. I think she's fucking great right now. And it's still, this match kind of continues the Jessica Carr and Becky Lynch feud because Becky cheated the entire match and then is blaming Jessica Carr for being doing her fucking job. And yeah, it's just I didn't expect the win, but after that kick out of the manhandle slam, that was that. And I think it was the right choice. And now it seems like they're putting a shine on it. There's a 6-woman gauntlet match next week to determine the number 1 contender. I think it's going to be a lot of fun going into Mania. I think the rematch is still probably the choice that they're going to make, maybe in some sort of gimmick match, maybe a ladder match, maybe a no holds barred, something like that. Or if they want to make it a little more fun, you got 2 women who have submission finishers. Why not do a submission match? When's the last time you saw a submission match?
It's been a minute. I mean, AJ effectively made Becky tap twice, though. And I've said this in the chat with you boys, too. We know the Black Widow works, right? It's worked against Becky 4 times now, technically 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think over-reliance on it, just or like continuing to highlight it as the way to end Becky is just like, I don't know.
You wanted to finish a match, Brandon. I don't know what you're getting.
No. My point is that you could stand to introduce a little bit of variety into AJ's game, just a little bit. I know she's playing the hits right now because she just got back, and this was to the point of kind of the sloppiness or the lack of flow in the match. It was her first singles match back since she's been back, right? Like tags and multi-women count for so much, but this is something she and Becky both had to orchestrate on effectively like whatever they recall from practice and then improvise where they can, right? So, and AJ's been out of that slot over 10 years, and this is a title match in Chicago. So that's what it is, right? But it's just, I would like to see something new or something different, like the Shining Wizard. Bring that back out. Make that a thing. That's my take.
What do you think, Pete?
Been an AJ fan since the beginning. So I'm glad she won the belt. I thought it was going to happen at WrestleMania instead. But I mean, what better than in Chicago, where she lives with Punk? And I did notice some of the rustiness. Hopefully, she gets more appearances and gets off the Brock Lesnar schedule.
Yeah.
And I have seen online of people complaining about saying her promos aren't exactly
they're fine
right now, but they feel like, but who knows? I mean, she just needs to be on TV more, I think. Just get back to swing.
You're not going to get her pipe bomb promos when it's just her coming back and then this is her winning a title and saying there's a lot of deserving women. I'm going to be a fighting champion. You don't need her cutting down the whole fucking locker room right now. Give that some time.
Yeah. I think people are still thinking about back in the Divas era when she was just tearing the Bellas apart. So
yeah, good times.
AJ was up here and everybody else was down here. Right now, AJ is like right here and everybody else is like right there. Yeah. So give it some time. Let her settle in. Let her get back to week product, and she'll be fine. In the next match, I'm surprised this did not main event, but I understand why it didn't because of how the main event went. CM Punk would defeat Finn Balor. Still the world champ. I thought this match was fucking great. I really enjoyed it. Finn looked fucking great. We're still in that circle of pain builds character for Finn. But I mean, you got to catch your breath. This is Finn fucking Balor's back. You could tell it's not the Judgment Day Finn. This is the real Finn Balor. This is NXT Balor. This is a dude who is do or die for everything. And you could tell that's what happened. It took 2 GTSs to keep him down, and one of them went after fucking Punk, threw out a little shout out to Bryan Danielson and kicked his fucking head in. He had both wrists and started stomping him in the face. And yeah, I really enjoyed this match. I watched this pay-per-view with a bunch of buddies of mine at his house, and we all agreed this was probably match of the night. And Punk's entrance was great. They played the 90s Bulls entrance and had the Bulls announcer fucking talk about him, and
Ray Clay.
It's just like, that's why he's my fucking favorite. Like, that's my fucking guy. And then you have Finn Balor, who's another one of my favorites, back being the fucking prince. And Finn will get his shine and win a title, hopefully a world title soon. He deserves another run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is hard for me, being a Finn fan for as long as I've been, and just seeing him eat another clean loss. And he took Punk behind the fucking woodshed in this match too. Like, he gunned it on him, but we knew this was foregone, right? It was a foregone conclusion.
He could have touch it, and people were like, "Oh, this is Finn's year. We're gonna have to do 2014
still could be
again." It's like that's not even close to what's happening right now. 2014 Daniel Bryan is such a fucking anomaly, because on screen and behind the scenes, management was telling him it's not you, and it'll never be you, until the fans said he's the guy. You need to give him the shot. And fans right now might be saying it, but it's not to that point. There hasn't been 8 months of build behind Finn being like, let's give him the world title. Come on. Let's do it. Come on. That's not what happened at all.
No, it's been very on and off with him. And we always allude to the fact that he was Universal Champ for a day. He beat Roman Reigns on his first day, right? And it's been 10 years. He's been, leader of the club. He's been, in the Judgment Day, and, judging from how the interactions have been going with those folks, I feel like those days are numbered. See how I just worked both Judgment and Day in my narrative there, but I'll let that sit. But it's like, it's Finn Balor is Finn Balor, and it's been said about him, but it merits repeating, is that he's one of the most influential pro wrestlers of the last 15 years, at least. And the thing about that, even in spite of that, you have all these, my concern is you have a lot of great talent that are kind of within his cohort, like Shinsuke Nakamura, who could still deserve chances. You have guys who are it right now, who are probably not going to lose those seats for a long time, like Cody Rhodes and, Drew McIntyre and all that. And then you also have the guys on the up and up, like your Trick Williams, like your Oba-Femis, right? Who, like, you can give the title then tomorrow. Jacob Fatu, give the belt to him tomorrow. Fucking great. Love every minute of it. It makes me worry that Finn's kind of running out of time. And seeing Finn take the pin in this regard again, it's just like, how many more of these instances?
They gotta get back to shock world title wins and short reigns.
It wasn't going to be this one, but
the World Heavyweight Championship is quite, besides Seth's first reign and Gunther's reign, it's been like 3-4 months at a shot for everybody. And that's all it really needs to be. That's why I think a legitimate brand split would be very beneficial in having brand split pay-per-views. I've been a proponent for that forever. Do I trust them to do it? Maybe not, but with Triple H at the head, maybe it'll be different. Pete, what'd you think of the match?
Yeah, it was easy, the match of the night. I was pulling for Finn, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. I was kind of hoping, but I was, okay, is he going to, before he came out, I'm like, is he going to bring out the demon? Didn't happen, but at least we have his old entrance.
WrestleMania. You'll see it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then like Brandon said, how it's been 10 years and he only had the belt for a day. I'm like, that still stings as a Finn fan. Like, I'm surprised they didn't. Granted, he got the NXT belt back during that time, but he should have still been a world champion within this time frame. So hopefully later in this year, but after Monday, I really feel like the split with Judgment Day is going to be coming.
It's gonna happen this month.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll segue into that with what happened next on the show, because the crate was opened up, and honestly, I don't give a fuck. This is my favorite part of this show, and I don't care about anybody else, because that crate opened up and there was a fucking casket in there, and then you are
Coffin.
came on.
There's a coffin, Pierce.
Whatever. I don't care.
I'm gonna go there, Pierce.
I don't care. Fucking Danhausen's in WWE, and I am so excited. People, that was not a Chicago crowd. That was a lot of fucking casuals who did not know who Danhausen were. You heard Pops when he was cursing and his music hit, and it's a fucking banger theme for Danhausen. And just like everything about that. I know you didn't really like it, Brandon, but it was the most perfect debut for that character possible. Because here's the thing. The whole thing about Danhausen, it is fully Camphausen. And it is supposed to be stupid, and it's supposed to be funny. Of course, people who were thinking that Dwayne, Vince, or fucking Jericho were going to be in that crate, and by extension, that coffin, are fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It's like, okay, if you're going to put somebody in a crate, why not have it be Danhausen, who can feasibly somehow live in that crate for 2 weeks and continuously be shipped back and forth by GMs who don't want him. And then him just coming out and cursing, giving Cole teeth, looking at Wade and going, "Up yours, Wade." It's fucking hysterical. I was laughing my ass off, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And my buddies didn't really understand it because they don't know who Danhausen is. Get to Monday, and then he introduces himself to Adam Pearce, who he called Cold Steve Austin. And then when Adam Pearce said Adam Pearce, he's like, class is disguise. And he had a list of Demandhausens, which he now has his Triple H pointing picture. I'm ready for the Hall of Fame induction this year. I'm ready for Danhausen on trucks, and I'm ready for that WrestleMania blimp that he's been asking about forever. And then he gets introduced to the Judgment Day, and he's like, "Oh, Finn." He sees the IC title. He's like, "Can I have it?" And Dom's like, "You're never going to touch this again, so leave before you get hurt." And he's like, "You are cursed." And guess what? Dom lost the IC title to Penta.
Sure
which
did.
is fucking awesome, because Penta deserves it 100%.
Yep.
You have to give some love and thanks to Danhausen because Dom got cursed. And that he needs to show up on every fucking show. Put him on NXT, put him on SmackDown, and just have him curse people, and it'll be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, Danhausen's definitely a WWE fit, and I remember first seeing him in Ring of Honor back when Sinclair still had it, and it was such an odd fit, but it kind of made it work for him. You know, like he was a standout there, and then you're like, okay, this guy's got to go somewhere. You know, WWE wasn't it at the time, but then he goes to AEW. You know, there's I think like 1.4 million views on when he showed up at Beach Bash or whatever the hell it was.
He was just on a ladder. It was fucking.
He cursed Adam Cole.
The Hookhausen story is great.
Hookhausen is fucking hilarious. Crush your powerful chips or some shit like that. I don't remember. It was when Hook was in his chip eating phase, and then Danhausen just destroyed him.
The company for 4 or 5 days now. Guess who has the #1 top shirt on WWE Shop right now? It's Danhausen. Guess who fucking bought one?
Is it? I was gonna say. I was gonna ask you why you weren't wearing it. Is it still on route?
Oh, I'm not seeing it for like a month.
Oh shit!
It'll
they put you on layaway.
I will wear it when I have it. Pete, what'd you think of Danhausen?
So I knew it was coming, especially when they were announced that he was taken off the AEW roster the day before. I thought it was cool, but the crowd just killed it. I feel like if he debuted at NXT, he would have got the pop. Would have been more. He would have got the more deserved pop that he should.
It was a very casual, friendly crowd because it wasn't Allstate. It was the United Center.
Yeah.
So,
but also where Pepsi Phil made his debut in AEW back some years ago.
Speaking of that, people were like, he had a match at the United Center on the first ever Collision. The second ever Collision? Why are people saying he's never? It said he never had a WWE match at the United Center. Calm the fuck down. So I hate the IWC.
Yeah, especially when they're talking shit on Danhausen, because it's like, I don't like, these people know what the WWE is, right? They know the history and the lore of how many characters that have been run through this show. Like, we got, R-Truth is probably the closest thing that they got to that kind of character these days, because of the, the whole goofy shit that he does and he's been doing for the last 15 years or more. But you had
Johnny said that comedy was dead in the WWE for the most part. It's back. It is so fucking back.
I just hope Danhausen doesn't have to carry it all himself, though. You know what I mean? I hope they get him some good players. Sami Zayn would be an easy shoe-in. Dom would be easy.
I can't wait for that first Pepsi Phil. I am.
It's coming, yeah. They know everyone's waiting on Pepsi Phil.
But I'm so ready for a Pepsi Phil to be dropped. And I'm so happy because I met Danhausen in person. He's a fucking gent of a dude. And I just like seeing good people get things they want, and then him getting the campiest, dumbest entrance. Like, even the pyro in his entrance when he cursed, and then there was just a little pop of smoke. It's fucking amazing. I can't. And people are like, "Well, is he good in the ring?" Not particularly, but that's not what his character is about.
Beside the point, right? Well, and two, I don't understand how it is. You would think more people in United at Chicago would have been familiar and appreciative of Danhausen.
But it was way more of a casual crowd than anything. That was
right.
That crowd,
they'll catch up.
For a Chicago crowd, was pretty shitty, if I'm being honest.
It wasn't terrific, but I mean, they'll catch up. I have no doubt. Danhausen's going to make believers out of a lot of people. I just hope Pepsi Phil can kind of keep some proximity, and Danhausen doesn't do one of these leading up into WrestleMania, because that's bad news bears. That's not good. It's just not good for Pepsi Phil's world title prospects.
All right. Speaking of world title prospects, great segue, Brandon. In the main event, in honestly a very shocking win, but now with what the plans may be, I'm quite pissed off with this win. Randy Orton would defeat LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Williams, Trick Williams, and
thanks,
Logan
Mark
Paul. Nash. Order of elimination: Javon, LA Knight, Trick Williams, all eliminated by Logan Paul, and then Logan Paul will be eliminated by Cody Rhodes, and Randy would pin Cody to win the match. I want to split this up to the first three eliminations, because this match was paced really fucking weirdly, and that first half of the match was really, really shitty. I think the plan was probably for Bronson to get. They did. I feel like that was the plan for the Chamber the entire time, but it was going to be Bronson getting it, and having Logan Paul in that spot makes no sense. And he's not somebody that should be stacking up eliminations.
Yeah,
he should be unless it's like sneak eliminations. He should be somebody that's getting like how he eliminated LA Knight, low blow roll up, or how he eliminated Trick Williams. Cody Rhodes hit Crossroads, he sneaks the pin. Something like that. He shouldn't be fucking just dominant. And he was dominant for a good chunk of the match. And then a masked man started climbing the side of the cage, and people kicked him out. And then another masked man came in the cage, kick to the gut, stomp. Seth Rollins returns. And it was a fucking monster pop. Unsurprising, casual fans and everything. But after what we saw Monday with Seth stomping Paul, it seems like Seth freaking Rollins is kind of dead now. And we're fully back with the original architect, like a dude who's killer be kill. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Seth freaking Rollins character, but it did kind of run its course. And I think it's time for the architect, the man who orchestrated the heist of the century, this fucking killer, to come back. This dude who kind of lost his way and then became the Messiah, and then now says freaking all the time. Like, I want fucking no bullshit Seth Rollins with Kingslayer Seth Rollins. I want Beast Slayer Seth Rollins, And that OG theme he had, the burn.
Yeah, that one.
Burn it down.
So no more whoa, no more of this shit.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it like
You're over
you're
it?
Steve. Because that song has 3 notes. And it's just it's over. The crowd likes it. I'm done with it. And that's fine. If they want to keep it, whatever. I'm not gonna hate on it too much, but like it is what it is. And then after Seth left the ring, Drew McIntyre interfered because of course he did. Because he's just an asshole. And then Drew got an RKO and then a crossroads, and Cody got an RKO and lost. Like Cody kind of, or Randy kind of did what Aleister Black said and said, hey, feeding that darker half. It's a little heelish by Randy. But those last 10 minutes eclipsed the other 15 of the match. And I think the ending, 10 minutes was great, but I think the rest of the match, it was in my top 5 lowest elimination chambers. And the pacing was just off. That's just me. Brandon, what'd you think?
I mean, are we establishing that Aleister Black is the new Karrion Kross?
Yeah, to a point.
Is he drawing out the darkness?
Yeah.
And just kind of acting as a background character with his wife. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. He's the MLW champion right now, so I can't really talk all that much kind of shit about him. He's in a good spot.
Killer Kross.
That's the man. He can break baseball bats doing this. You know?
Love that dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Wrote a good book.
Oh, yeah, very good book. Sitting over there.
I mean, I'll see. I see what you're saying about Logan Paul a little bit, but I mean, what you're saying, it kind of was at a weird spot because, like, you're saying he should have been dominant. He should have been doing stuff like kind of like what he was doing, right? Like he. Yeah,
but I'm saying
he was Weasley about the pins, right?
He was Weasley a little bit, but he was also super dominant for stretches of that match. And that's when I think of Logan Paul, he should be way more fucking Weasley.
I mean, and that's still could certainly come out. I mean, it's just him and Austin Theory right now. And it seems like they're making Logan kind of the hood ornament, which, I mean, go figure, right?
It wasn't going to be Austin, dude. I hope you realize
no, I know. It never was, it's fine. I mean, unless, Logan gets hurt or something like that, or he has to go fuck off or something in Puerto Rico. But,
pretty normal for the Vision, though.
I thought it was fine. I thought Logan getting 3 pins was okay. He hasn't missed a chamber since he started. And you got to figure that that's got to say something for, his performance. I am curious to see now how they're going to do this because they're talking 2 different things with Logan, right? Like one is which I think should happen, Seth versus Logan at WrestleMania. They just run it back, but there's actually story and substance this time. Seth finally knowing what it's like to be betrayed.
There was story in there.
To the first one?
Yeah.
Not as much.
Logan got pissed, and then Logan cost him the U.S. title in the chamber.
I mean, yeah, but now there's more substance to it. Now you've got the Oracle involved. You've got the Vision, his extension involved, right? Like, so now you've got Seth who wants to eliminate the remaining members of the Vision. Logan was there when all that shit happened, when Seth got torn up by Braun and Bronson. You had.
Can I pause you for a second? I got some breaking news.
Oh, here we go.
David Finlay has joined AEW and joined up with Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors.
That I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I was hoping it was going to happen. I didn't think there was going to be any room for him in WWE, but I'm really fucking glad to hear that that's continuing. MDFR. I kind of hope, I was thinking about this today, actually. I kind of hope their stable is just called FCK for Finlay, Clark, Connors. And you put like the little star next to the F to signify that Finlay's the leader. So it kind of reads like fuck on a t-shirt. I think that'd be fucking awesome. And it would fit their group so good. But yeah, fucking Oz. I love it. David Finley's all elite. That's good news. I like the sound of that.
Anyway.
So yeah, so they could either do Paul and Rollins, or they can do Paul and Theory versus the Usos for the World Tag Titles, because it looked like there might have been a seed planted for that. Yeah, I think it might be too. I'd be curious to see what direction they go. If Seth in fact is not medically cleared, because we can't take that at face value, right? We've learned that this year.
It depends on if Braun Breaker is medically cleared. If Braun Breaker is medically cleared, that's the match you run. If not, no idea.
He's out for a bit. That hernia, from what I read, anyways, unless they're full of shit. But they got to have something for him.
What do you more onto the match? Let's get to the second half of this match.
Right. So, I had no connection with Paul. I thought that was fine with what they had him stack up. Right. Was a little irritated that it came at the expense of Javon, Trick, and who's the other guy that he eliminated? Fuck.
LA Knight.
LA Knight, thank you. Yeah, after the botch and then the low blow and that.
Which Finn slipped on.
That's going to show up on that's going to be in Unreal Season 3.
Let's just fucking pause that. Anybody who's like, oh my God, he's the worst.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Those ropes were slippery all night.
Yeah, and honestly, too, I know LA Knight's a very athletic, very agile guy, but God, I always say, like, I always do a little one of these shits when I see him do that, like, hop up, like when he's not even looking at his age, like just hop up the back. I'm like, he's gonna biff so bad one of these fucking days. And it had to be at the Chamber, and it is what it is, right? Like, I feel like they've been more gracious with like acknowledging botches these days. Like, there's like, it happens,
if
right?
he did that when he was young Randy Orton, it would have been stupid.
Yeah, he would have gotten stomped out and politicked all the way into oblivion, right? But yeah, shame what happened to the young guys. Young OG was out there first, and and then Trick followed suit, and then LA. I think that's the sequence.
It was Trick. It was Javon, LA, and then Trick.
Javon, LA, Trick. My bad, I got that switched up. I wasn't expecting Randy. I'm almost glad it wasn't Cody, but then the after show happened. But I'm almost glad it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't Cody. Fine that it's Randy. We'll see what they make of this. We still got Road, but yeah, it was a good match. It was fine. As Chamber matches go. Pete, what'd you think?
So, first, the one thing I noticed with the entrance, Trick Williams, superstar. The way,
God,
the way, he just had that aura on him. I'm like, this could be the next guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've said it on this podcast in our early days, Pete. I says in like one of our first hot take episodes, and hopefully you can show up for one of those too, because those are fucking fun. I said that Trick Williams was arguably going to be the next John Cena, or at least a Cena tier figure in WWE. And last night, man, like, I feel like everywhere he goes, and he's only been on the main roster for so long, he's getting pops, and people are responding to him. I think he's going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, some of his moves kind of reminds me of Booker T a bit, but I think once he gets be more of as a face, I could see him get into that Cena-like position.
Yeah, well, there's talk of it.
Not yet.
Well, no, not yet. But I mean, you got to figure it's coming. But
I was disappointed about him and Javon getting eliminated early, because I figured with Javon Evans being in the Chamber, you're going to see he's going to be bouncy and see all his moves, but I feel like he just went too soon, which, again, with Logan Paul taking out 3 guys in a row, that didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. I get eliminated one, maybe someone else eliminates someone, and then he eliminates, but like, yeah, this made him look like he was. I'm like, geez, am I seeing Brock Lesnar here taking out guy after guy?
He's just gonna run the fucking table.
Yeah. But when Seth came out, that made it so much better. I am kind of hoping that Braun Breaker will come back and have that Seth and Braun match, but with injuries, just don't know. So I guess I can see, since most of Vision's out, it being Seth and Logan again.
Mm-hmm.
And for the second part of the match, I was totally caught off guard because I thought Cody was going to win.
Yep.
So when Randy won, that just was big shocker to me. So I'm like, okay, he's going to go for number 15. But I'm thinking like, but it did have me thinking like, okay, because I know there's rumors about it being a triple threat with Drew, Cody, and Jacob, and then I was hearing about a 4 or 5 way match. But then after in the post show with everything, I'm like,
Apparently,
yeah,
apparently the plan is now Cody and Randy in a singles, which if I'm WWE, I understand the merit of having that match finally. But if I'm a fan, which I am, it's a fucking slap in the face because you have been building up Drew and you have been building up Jacob for 2+ months to be in a WrestleMania main event and then to boot them off so they can be in a singles match with a good amount of story, sure, but it's like you've been building Jacob for months and Drew as champ for months just to have him lose it back to Cody for like no fucking reason.
yeah, the planning is terrible for that. Although, don't judge me too much for this, but ever since last year, I've been waiting on Cody versus Randy at Mania.
Mm.
But I wish they had more of a build up to it than, like a month leading into it and just
It's a
change the hands of
fucking
Screwdrill.
it's a fucking slap in the face
Yeah.
to fans to stop that booking so you can run a singles match which could be better built.
Yeah.
Instead, run the 4-way. Cody, Drew, Randy, Jacob. That's the fucking match they should make.
Well, and like you said, right? Like you have a lot of people who are investing in Jacob, and Jacob is proving himself. He's proven himself in segments. He's proved himself in the ring many times over, and he's shown he's ready to go. And Drew, like people have been waiting for a payoff for Drew McIntyre and all the shit that he's dealt with and all the work that he's put in for fucking ever. Like, sure, he got Mania 40. We were there for that, Piers. Pete, you were there too, right?
Champion.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I absolutely believe he should walk into Mania as champion. Hell, I'd argue for him walking out of Mania as champion too. But I guess the point of the matter is,
he's filming.
we could.
He's filming a movie right after Mania.
Oh, Drew is.
Yeah, he's filming.
Did I miss a
movie?
Oh, that's. Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see about it, right? Because I mean, Cody, I believe, was champ when Street Fighter was being filmed, if I'm not mistaken.
He shouldn't have been.
Shouldn't have been, but here we are.
As the biggest Jacob Fatu mark going right now, I've been saying for months, Jacob should win the Rumble, which he should have, and then he should have won the Chamber. Now you just fucking demote him to a match that'll probably go on in the middle of a card when he should be in the fucking event.
Yeah,
slap in the face. What are we rating it? I'm giving it a 7. I think overall it was a good show, but that Elimination Chamber, that first half of that left a real bad taste in my mouth.
I'd have to probably give it. I give it about a 6.5. I feel like. I mean, the saving grace really was Finn and CM Punk for the quality of the match, not so much the outcome, but the outcome was a given besides. AJ Lee seeing her as champion again was fucking awesome. The women's chamber went very quick. The winner was relatively predictable, but I feel like that's going to pay dividend when it comes Mania time. And the men's was kind of up and down, right? The winner was, and the aftermath of it didn't really do me any favors. But it was a thing. What about you, Pete?
I'd give it a 6. I guess from the past few years, I feel like it was hard to compete with the past few chamber PLEs.
Yeah.
And then I mean with some of the results, and so I don't know. I guess 6 is where I'd have it at. I mean,
yeah.
Pumpkin,
that's fair.
Battler, and the men's match. I feel like could have been so much more, but hey, I guess this leaves us more questions leading up into Mania.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens Friday, I guess. But that does it for EC. All right, Brandon. Let's go.
All
with that
right.
bracket.
Hell yeah. Well, March Madness kicking off. We are on March 4th. We're going to be continuing this all through the month of March, as well as up through the month of April, leading up to WrestleMania. But this is the Ope-Eh Pandemania, meaning we've got 32 seeds. By the way, some of you folks need to get out there. I'm going to put out the winner of the 3 brackets that we had leading up into this. We had a best of. This is the best of Mania. I just want to clarify this. We also have a best of the worst WrestleMania 3-way that we're going to be posting out to polls tonight. WrestleMania's, it looks like the 1 seeds all won. I mean, not entirely surprising. But just so y'all know, whoever you are listening or watching or whatever you're doing, WrestleMania's 27, 32, and it looks like 36 are in the finals for that. So make sure to get on the socials.
Oh, yeah, I guess they were all in the same they were in different brackets. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
My brain's fried.
No, all good. Trust me, this is strong. But yeah, get on the socials, get on the Facebook, get on the X machine, and cast your votes for the best of the worst WrestleManias that we had in the lineup. But as far as the best go, we tried to reach in this off, and this was really kind of tough because there's a lot of periods where there just wasn't a lot of great WrestleManias, and then there were some that were like overwhelmingly, consistently pretty damn good. But we are kicking off with our first region, so we're just kind of gonna do some quick hit on some of the highlights of some of these manias, and we're gonna try and figure out which mania is the best mania of all time. Here we go. So seed number 1, I think the undisputed greatest WrestleMania of all time by a lot of metrics, WrestleMania 17. So you had, of course, Austin Rock, Limp Bizkit kind of on the side there. Check out my melody. You had TLC 2, an absolute show stealer of a match. What else did you have on X7?
Vince versus Shane, with Linda getting one of the most generational pops of all time.
For standing up off her ass, yeah. Oh, that was a hell of a build too. That hurt to watch leading up to that. But yeah, no, inarguably one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. Still stands to this day. One of the worst heel turns, and we've talked about that in past episodes. I want to say, with Austin,
it was mistimed. It could have worked, but
we'll go with that. Yeah. And contrasting it at our 8th seed in this region, WrestleMania 12. So this was when Bret Hart boyhood dream. No, this wasn't Bret Hart's boyhood dream. This was a nightmare.
Michael's boyhood dream came true.
Shawn Michaels' boyhood dream came true after beating Bret in the 60-minute Iron Man match. First one. We had Taker versus Diesel. It looks for.
There weren't many good Taker matches in the streak back then. That one's all right.
It wasn't bad as far as big man matches go. Refresh my memory. Do you fellas remember what other matches were at WrestleMania 12?
The Hollywood Backlot Brawl.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know, fellas. I feel like this one kind of, in my opinion, we'll get kind of a 2 out of 3 approach on this one, right? Since Pete, you're here to help do the honors. If we're determining WrestleMania 17 versus WrestleMania 12, which of these was greater?
I'd have to go with WrestleMania 17 just because I'm a big TLC guy, and that was the match that had me sold for that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and then another Rock and Austin, good match. The heel turn at the end is sour. It's still sour to me this day.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. It was odd. Like I never envisioned Austin as like a heel at that time, and then to see him align with Vince was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was very perplexed.
It was not great.
Because then wasn't it the WCW Invasion followed up? after that.
Speaking of things that were not great.
I want to say so. Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Yeah, X7 clears, and it's not even close. But I do want to shout out another match on Mania 12. The Ultimate Warrior beating Hunter Hearst Helmsley in a minute and a half, where he no-sold the pedigree by standing up.
Yeah, speaking of people standing up in immortalized moments at WrestleMania.
Monster pop for that, too, which is kind of funny.
Didn't even take his fucking vest off either.
No,
just completely... Yeah, that was rough. I mean, funny that it happened to Hunter, of all people, but I mean, I think I don't ever think he forgot that. I think he paid that forward pretty extensively over the years. So, I mean, WrestleMania X7 it is. I'm not arguing with you fellas. Fuck it. X7 moves on. All right. Next up, WrestleMania X8, one of my favorite GameCube games of all time, versus WrestleMania XV 15. So WrestleMania 18, obviously Rock and Hogan in Toronto. He beat Andre the Giant with that move. Big leg drop, popping the kids and the adults with the gun. You had Taker and Flair, which brought in a great cameo from Arn Anderson. I popped for the Spine Buster. I'll always pop for Arn Spine Buster. Nobody that does it double A.
And my favorite part of that match is after it.
Which was... doing the thing where slowly uncurls his fingers to show he's got 10 now. And we really started to pay attention more to the streak itself. Yeah, and then also got to mention honorably the triple threat hardcore title match between Kane, Show, and Raven. That was a fucking fun. That was so much fucking fun. That was on X7? Oh, shit.
18 is where they had the hardcore.
Well, guess what I'm doing?
All the way through the show with people winning at random points during the show. That's
right. You're right. Well, you know what? I'm throwing that honorable mention all the way back to X7 because that was a great fucking part of that show. Very well fit. And as far as WrestleMania 15 goes, you had the first ever, speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the first ever encounter between him and also speaking of The Rock. So this was encounter number 1, whereas X7 was number 2. You had Austin winning the championship. He kind of became effectively the face of the company at that point.
He was already.
But this was firmly, this was he beat Michaels for it, and then that put him up on the seat. But then if you're talking about cementing against another fellow immortal in The Rock, with both of them coming up around the same time like they were. And if you guys have not heard it already, because we didn't get to see us yet, go back and listen to that episode of the podcast where we're talking about, I believe it was the greatest of the trilogy between Rock and, or was it? No, it was Rivals for
Mania.
WrestleMania. It was Mania rivalries. Yes. I'm trying to think of what else was in 15.
Undertaker killed a guy.
Oh, is that the one where he went on Big Boss May?
Who the dead man?
I mean, as he will, right? And 15.
That's kind of about it. I think we don't even need to vote on it. 18 clears pretty easily.
You think so?
It's not even. Fun.
Yeah.
Same thing. Pete, you going with it?
Yeah.
X8 moves on. The showcase of the Immortals. Also, got to remember Austin and Hall was in X8 as well. That was
had a fun
that was something.
Stunner cell.
Yeah, it was really something. It was like the dead dog, or like turtle on its back or whatever, some weird old shit.
And that was when Chris Jericho went in as the first ever undisputed.
Yeah, you're right.
Very boring main event against Triple H, which is pretty standard for Triple H Mania main events.
I mean, you'd like to think he learned his lesson for, probably politicking that match to be the main event. I mean, we always say the champ's got a main event, right? And Chris Jericho being the undisputed champion, walking into that probably warranted it, but fuck's sake, man. Like Hogan
not booked as the guy. They booked him as as basically Stephanie McMahon's second.
That was wild.
Get into it too much because we're kind of late already. So let's.
No, but you're right. I mean, that's just kind of it too, right? Like, Hunter came out looking like the hero. He was playing face in that match. It was kind of bizarre, and it followed Rock Hogan, which drew all the energy out of the crowd, obviously. But alas, WrestleMania X8 moves forward to face WrestleMania X7 in, we'll say, 3
possibly. Weeks. We'll see what the polls say, but more than likely, yeah.
More than likely. WrestleMania 19 versus WrestleMania 13.
Now, we don't have to get into it. 19 clears. I don't think.
You think so?
It shit his pants, man. Like, rest in peace, Sid Vicious, but he shit his pants in that main event of 13. The only thing worth talking about from 13 is the first match to get the immortal moment in the Hall of Fame, which is Brett and Steve Austin. It is phenomenal wrestling.
Yeah.
But 19, the entire card is phenomenal wrestling.
Damn near. Yeah, it was absolutely stacked. Pete, you remember WrestleMania 19. What was your favorite match out of that card?
I'm trying to remember. Who was the main event that year? Was it
Brock and Kurt?
That was Brock Kurt.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That was the better card. But with the only thing with 13 with Brett and against Stone Cold, isn't it often said that's the greatest match in WWE history?
It's easily in the top 5.
It's definitely
maybe top 3.
I mean, it's the match that showed Austin's grit. It put his personality and his fortitude on the map. Made him one of the toughest SOBs in all of pro wrestling. So,
yeah, but otherwise, 19. I'll never forget when Brock Lesnar did that shooting star press and gave himself a concussion in the match.
Almost off himself.
He would have broke his neck.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah,
Austin Rock 3, arguably their best match together.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Austin's at the time retirement match.
Yep.
Yeah, against Hollywood Rock. Finally got the win over Stone Cold.
Yep.
Hollywood Rock theme, best rock theme.
Yep. Well, there's a reason why they brought it back for the final boss.
And it worked. And like that combination, I think, is the best rock theme because it's got that start of the newer rock theme, and then it turns into the Hollywood Rock theme is just cool.
Just the swagged out
dude. You hear that and you're like, this guy's fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Pot me with the new $500 wardrobe or whatever the fuck. Well over $500 those days, but for 2024 standards, more like 50,000. They're about.
I currently hate the Dwayne, but that theme is so good.
It is, yeah. It pops me every single time.
Hey, Dwayne, when is Danhausen going to get keys to rock the Dwayne's gym, by the way?
Yeah, that's the next picture we get after the Triple H photo. You get the Rock Danhausen post-workout pic. It's coming. It's gonna be viral. I can see it now.
Danhausen everywhere. I love Danhausen so much. I was telling you, like, my buddy, I don't want to stray too far, but they like didn't get it. But I was texting one during Raw. I was like, after the Danhausen segment, I was like, do you understand why I love Danhausen? He's like, yep, I get it.
Yeah, he's a fresh face, man. He's a callback. He's a character, and I don't know if he's going to win titles. I don't know that he needs to, but he's definitely going to make
there.
He's gonna. He easily could be a Hall of Fame caliber character by the time all's said and done. And
it happened this year. It's a Demandhausen.
I mean, sure, we got the Demandhausens, the toilet water housing list, whatever the fuck's going on with it. We'll see.
If they brought back the 24/7 title, I could see that being his belt.
Oh,
yeah.
But I think he's going to be a big merch seller over time. Especially
he already is. He's the number one merch seller right now. He's got the number one shirt on WWE Shop.
Oh dang, yeah. I can see it. Then they'll definitely put him in the kind of like the R-Truth or Hornswoggle role. Hopefully, have him come out under the ring and curse people or something like that.
Just need that every fucking week, man. Every week, every show.
It'll be a good time.
Oh, Danhausen, do not curse Drew this Friday. I would be very unhappy.
You're gonna get shit thrown at you. You're gonna get booed out of arenas.
But like, please don't.
Well, I think 19 moves on because I'm throwing my vote in there, and I am very, very biased towards the Ruthless Aggression era. So, and of course, 19 was an obscenely stacked card. Like, I popped for even the Cruiserweight title match when Matt Hardy faced...
Rey Mysterio.
Fuck, my memory's shot. Thank you, Rey Mysterio.
It was version 1, Matt Hardy.
V1, yeah.
I can snap a tornado.
He can dry up a sea, yeah. And he can also get buck-ass naked and, qualify for the Cruiserweight division and go hug another man buck-ass naked.
Yeah.
No. All right. Finally, for this region, and to clear up the first round here, we have WrestleMania 10 versus WrestleMania 20. Now, barring the obvious mark, we have over WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, this is going to be the hardest poll that's going to go out because of the main event of 20, and then also Brock versus Goldberg 1 being a big stain.
Such a letdown. Oh my fuck. I was so let down by that. I remember as a kid, like, playing as Goldberg in the games and like seeing him come over to WWE and just trash The Rock and literally everyone else for that matter. And then it was cool because like you, Pierce, I'm a proponent of the brand split. And you had Goldberg on Raw, Brock on SmackDown, fucking killing everybody, whoever they fought. And it's like, but they never got that close. And they finally hit. And it's like that saying, you don't meet your heroes. It's like you don't ever want to watch your dream matches because they will ultimately let you down. And I mean, who's to say if, one or two variables were slightly different, how that would have gone? I mean, it didn't help that we got Oldberg versus like half-assed Brock Lesnar over in Saudi Arabia when we did.
That match did not happen in Saudi. That match.
Well, there was the Survivor Series match, and then there was a Saudi match.
No, there's a WrestleMania match, WrestleMania 33, and the WrestleMania 33 match fucking rips.
For what it was pretty all right for the time, for all things considered.
Go rewatch it. It fucking rips. It's 5 minutes long, and it's just like, hey, you and me, let's play fucking 2K25. Let's put finishers up fast. That's all it is, and it's awesome.
I just wanted to see a Brock lock. That's not true. I didn't just want to see a Brock lock.
I hope you realize it's never going to happen again.
No, it doesn't make sense given Brock was actually in the UFC. I don't see them throwing, stretch mufflers out in the octagon.
No,
Kimura makes a lot more sense.
For the merit of WrestleMania 10, you have maybe the greatest opener in WrestleMania history with Brock or Brett versus Owen. Yeah, Brett re-winning the title in WrestleMania 10 is basically, I'm sorry, Bret Hart, the event, because they do WrestleMania 9 the right way. And then you have the ladder match that changed the game between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. So,
right.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, Mania 10. Yeah, I was going to say Mania 10 started off the new gen era too, effectively. So, for whatever that's worth.
I'm going to go Mania 10.
Yeah, lest we forget, I don't know if we mentioned the return of the Dead Man against Kane at WrestleMania 20, which was
Eddie
cinema
Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, which is just fun wrestling. It's graps in an era without graps.
Cena's first title win against the Big Show. First time he hit him with an FU at the time, which kind of popped me because I didn't think he could do that. It popped me when Brock did it, and I thought that was like, what? I didn't think anyone was going to do that to Show. And then seeing the fucking AA shows, I'm like, whoa, shit. But, yeah, it's close, but as far as overall quality and for lack of redaction, damn it.
Pick 20, dude. If you want to go 20, go 20.
I'm slanting towards 20 because I really loved 20.
While completely marred, is exceptionally good.
It's very good. It's incredible. And it's just such a fucking shame. Fuck it. I'm going with 20. You know, Mars aside, I like me some 20. Here, Pete, what about you? What do you think between Mania 10 and 20?
So I think WrestleMania 10 had more historical moments, but I was a little kid then, so my memory's a little vivid of it. So WrestleMania 20 has stayed in my mind throughout the years. I mean, Undertaker coming back after being a biker, the American Badass. Eddie Guerrero, yeah, one of my all-time favorites, facing Kurt Angle. And yeah, the Brock and Goldberg match was disappointing as all hell.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending, of course, now it's going to be pretty much ignored in history, but I'll never forget that ending with when Eddie came to the ring to congratulate him. I'm just like, man, that stood out. But unfortunately, that's just a thing in history that can't be revisited because of the act of what happened.
Right.
So,
right, so it looks like
that's tough.
2 votes to 20 and 1 vote to 10.
Yeah, I think I'll go for 20.
All right. Pop in. All right. Sweet. That concludes first round of first region in the Ope-Eh Pandemania. We got next time when we come back to this region, we got Mania X7 versus Mania X8.
This is our votes. We got to give it out to the people. And we got to put it out to the peoples. We will see what it is. I think we probably have it correct for what it's worth, but it could be different because I think Mania 10 versus Mania 20 is probably the hardest choice on that bracket. Because Mania 10 could take that very easily. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a lot of great stuff to be said about Mania 10. It is a definitive WrestleMania. Most of the decade great WrestleManias.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. And I think that's really started the trend because Mania 10, Mania 20 followed similar vein. And then, of course, you get that supplanted by Mania 30, Mania 40. I mean, I'm sure we have bias in that regard, but Mania 40 was arguably top 3 greatest Mania of all time. We'll see what Mania 50 holds. That's going to be a fucking barn burner. Huh?
I might have been there, but it's top 10. It's not top 3.
You don't think top 3?
No.
Oh, I mean, to each their own, right? And we will continue to whittle down as we get down to the greatest WrestleMania of all time. We're going to leave it up to you folks listening, watching via the YouTubes. We're putting out polls, so get out there, just fucking vote on them and just help us get there. We can't get there without you. So pull on up, grab yourself a brewski, be like, hey, I like that one. And we'll clear it through. And we'll talk about it in the weeks to come, leading up to WrestleMania. It's going to be a great time. So, Pete, you know what, bud? I really enjoyed having you here. It was great seeing you. Yeah. You don't got to go just yet. I ain't kicking you off, but I just want to say, like, this is kind of what we're about, right? Like, we bring the folks on. We got the 3 of us. We talk wrestling. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself, and I know it's only going to get more interesting leading up to Mania. Well, especially after this coming Friday, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Pete, thank you so much, dude. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's get you on again. Next week, could be some change in what the guests could be, but I believe the Kicking Out Pod, or at least 1 or 2 of them, should be joining us. We're going to be talking about some AEW Revolution, a show that I am very fucking excited for so far. And
it looks stacking.
That about does it for me. Brandon, you got anything else before I send us home?
Get out and vote. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Well, this has been your favorite podcast saying thanks for stopping in the Ope-Eh 3-Way. Have a beer on us, and we'll see you next time. You all have a great night.